What's going on, y'all? This Greg. Greg said it on a daylight saving edition, daylight saving time. Unlike, what is it, Colorado? Well, unlike Arizona, I believe they don't want to switch time, but we do. The rest of us do. And here it is on the East Coast, shorter days. I used to love it when I played football. Just like it gets dark earlier. Practice gets dark earlier. Kind of practice in the dark. And the night games are really night games. You go out to the games, pitch black. The weather cooler. It used to be the time, man. You love it. Well, high school at least. That was for college. You didn't love it like that in college. That's what I talk about. Speaking of that, the daytime bus are going to be back in town down in Texas. Texas Tech, I think it's 4 p.m. I heard 3:30. Anyway, it's going to be daytime, not night. It's going to be about 3-ish mountain time for them. So closer to their time than definitely night game. And I know in a couple games or so, or is it the next game we play Utah? It's going to be, is it Oklahoma State? I get it confused. I think Oklahoma State has been put on to their game. I'm hoping to have a few day games for Colorado. Because we're on this run here, y'all. Colorado has got a second chance. I think we had the first chance when we supposed to beat Kansas State and pretty much set yourself pretty. Put the pressure on everybody else. Let Kansas State be the bad guy. At the worst, be a bad guy. Not to get whooped, it didn't hurt you. But you kind of put them up to go and finish off some things. So they don't play the Iowa State. Well, they do play Iowa State, but they don't play BYU. So that was the goal. But it didn't work out that way. And then good old Texas Tech did us a favor. Didn't see that really coming. I think I kind of predicted they could be, but I really felt that Cincinnati would be that team that can do it. And if that works out, great. Texas Tech played a real sloppy game in my eyes, but they got it done. For what that's worth. I'm not impressed by them at all. It's very hard to watch. But they helped Colorado give Iowa State a loss. Because we didn't need everybody to be undefeated. Because the undefeated team might slide on in. The BYU don't lose, they can slide in. And nobody want to see that. And they went and lost to Texas Tech, which we play this week. And we got to beat them anyway. We won't have a chance. So it puts us in a really good situation. Plus, I think that looking at Iowa State, they're not looking that great. I don't know what they like in the beginning. Maybe they're kind of falling off. Season has that tendency, over time to have an impact. That's why the fresher, the team with momentum on the back end, even at NFL level, usually does better. You don't want to peak out too high. And that was my concern for Colorado, that they didn't peak out in the beginning, but they couldn't because they were so raw that we really just kind of starting to see that fine wine come out. Starting to gel at the right time. With more games, they're getting to be more what we expect on both sides of the ball. And I think Cincinnati can give them a run for their money. That would be great. That would be helpful. And then at that point, whatever happened with Kansas State won't matter as much. It won't be like a big deal. But the big deal is Colorado. Be ready for their opportunities. Be ready for the Texas Tech, for the Utah, the Kansas, the Oklahoma State, which they should be. Talent-wise, there's no need to relax. Only a loser will relax. Now, the goal, the prize is right in front of you. If anything, you should be motivated. Not coast, but sprint through the finish line. Because what you need is right in front of you. The opportunities that you look like you wasn't going to get, it was so far away. Iowa State was so undefeated. BYU was undefeated. You lost Kansas State. It looked far away. You just go get a bowl game. I told you, don't be content with the bowl game. Because you got a second chance. I like that song. Who sang that song? It's a good old gospel song. I got a second chance, second chance, second chance. Colorado got a second chance. And it's great for the story. It's great for the college. It's great for all of us. We didn't know what kind of Tart Bowl we're going to be going in because all the playoffs done took all the good bowl games. Why not fight for it? Why not have a chance to continue? Go get that championship and you can end up in the playoff. You got a chance. Why not go for it? You're good enough to do it. By far, you're good enough. It's really it. You really, like, nobody should be beating you at this point. You beat yourself, that would be dumb. There's no need to get caught slipping. There's no need for that. No trap game, no none of that. I mean, everybody else want to play that. I get it. But you got something bigger. Plus, you're the better team. And you just can't waste opportunity like this. And it's like, I feel that way about life in a lot of ways. Like, so many people want a second chance. They mess up. They mess up on so many things. You know, people can mess up in relationships. They can mess up in career opportunities. They can mess up in just how they treat their body. You know, I think about the inspiration, motivation. It's like, how do you really not connect these things in sports? That's what makes it so beautiful. That's what made what Coach Prime opens up. It's bigger. It's like that life. It's more than just sports if you look at it. I wonder how many people see it that way. I had the opportunity to look at it that way than just, yeah. Look at this beautiful storyline. And look how it correlates. When you do get that chance to do it over again, when you made a mistake, but you can make up for it, that's a beautiful thing. I don't think everybody get it. You may mess up one time and be, nonchalant or just careless, but surely you don't do it twice. Surely you don't blow two good opportunities. What excuse you have, then you can't feel sorry for yourself. The opportunity you thought would never come back around and it do, oh, you definitely should be prepared for it. You are already fighting that fight. So when that door come back, you know what you should do and what you shouldn't do. You know not to take it for granted because you've been there before. And you're just grateful that you get to do it again. How does that make you think? How does that make you go about it? Everybody don't get experiences. Everybody don't get warnings or second chances. But somehow you do. Man, it's a beautiful thing. I would hope and I would think that's how Colorado see it. You on a bye week and all this stuff happen. You like, oh, this just extra fire. This just give extra incentive. It's bigger now. I'm glad it happened because I'm over the little eligibility for the bowl game stuff. And like, that was the mark last year. They should have put emphasis on that last year with the week coming and all that, because that team could have put more emphasis there because they came from 1-11. And really, I think they did. I really think they was at least a 7-5 team. I really do. I mean, they had some weird games like Utah, Arizona, Stanford. You look at those 3 games alone, that's 7. They had Stanford beat. They had Arizona beat last minute field goal. And they really beat Utah. That's why I don't respect Utah to this day. They just stole that game just right on camera. Just bizarre calls. Ridiculous. Utah didn't beat them at all. They actually got beat really bad. And for whatever purpose they did that nonsense, because, only with a game 5, they just wanted to be the most ridiculous record possible to hold it against them. But that was the bowl team with the holes all in them. They had good players, but it just wasn't quite all the way there. Like you said, they're missing some dogs, but he got them. He got some rushers, multiple rushers off the edge, better linebacker, core as a whole. Secondary better, more experience, better pieces. Receiver core more comprehensive. Shador, a year more experience. Offensive line blocking better. Running game may be even a little better. And so the team should be better. And if they were 7-5 quality last year, possibly even 8-4, how do we say that they should go that this year? Only the fools. Only a hater will believe that Colorado was going to do the same thing or less. It makes no sense. So they got a chance to prove it all now. Colorado got the chance to prove it all. Shador, you got the chance to prove it now. They can't hold your record against you. Travis, they can hold it against you. Go ahead and show them what you're working with. This is your time. Coach Prime, this is your time. They talked about you. They naysayed you. It's time to show them you here. Make it happen. But I'm just glad what Greg said it. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I'll be talking to y'all soon.